it's proving me very difficult to have conversations with people who are unable slash unwilling to be honest with themselves, and not in like a they're lying about something about their lives kind of thing, but like they can't acknowledge the objective truth about their behaviors and about their actions. And so it leaves you, as the person interacting with them, perpetually in this state of, why are you unable to talk to me normal? Because it's like, I can handle being upset with somebody. I can handle being irritated with somebody. I can handle confronting somebody. I can handle, exchanging volatile words until we reach an understanding. But what I don't understand is doing something and then being so unable to acknowledge something that you physically did, and then doubling down on the fact that you just didn't do it. People who are passive aggressive have this problem really bad. And my personal experience with that is like, they'll do something shady. Like, they'll slam a cup down. Slam. And you'll be like, Jesus, are you all right? And they're like, I put my cup down. Are you all right? And you're like, yeah, you just set that down really hard. I just want to know if you're all right. And they're like, sounds like you're looking a little bit too far into it, because I set my cup down like that literally all the time. Literally every single time I set my cup down, that's how I do it. And you like sense this suddenly defensive tone and this defensive energy coming from them. You watch the way their body language goes from like relaxed to like this. It's fucking just hard, because it's like, dude, you're not gonna get in trouble. You did it. So it's like, you have to face the consequences of that. You can't just do something mean and do something shady and then expect somebody not to see it, because obviously you wanted them to, or else you would keep doing it until they felt it. I don't know. Today was a really bad fucking morning. I'm so fucking unhappy. Oh, Jesus. I really was born in the right generation, because I'm having such a fucking fit thinking about the fact that me as a kid who grew up in the early 2000s was heavily influenced by grunge, which was something that was heavily predominant in the 90s, 20 years prior to when I was a child. But grunge was heavily influenced by the 70s, and 70s was heavily influenced by the 50s. And I'm thinking about that in context to the fact that right now we're having like a Y2K resurgence, because it's the middle of the 20s and that was 20 years ago. And in the 2000s they were having an obsession with the 80s, because that was 20 years before that. And you can see the way that the influences from the 80s have trickled their way through the 2000s and into our current life, because why the fuck are 14-year-olds dressing like that? And I mean that with all sincerity. I mean that with all like positivity, because like I remember being 20 in 2020 and like almost forgetting that there were 14 and 15-year-olds existing at that same time, and thinking about the fact that they wanted to dress like me, a whole adult. And parents probably had a big problem with that, the same way that parents had a problem with the fact that kids my age, who were probably around the same age, wanted to wear fishnets and latex and shit. And it's just like, God, everything really is a cycle. Everything really is a circle. And I am part of the right one. Let me tell you what, the days of me making videos in the passenger seat of cars is soon to be over. I'm tired of it. Also, I'm getting really, really familiar with the way that white men just feel so comfortable walking through the world, even in the most dangerous, even in the most unseemly of places. Why do they leave their doors to their houses and to their cars unlocked? Why are you not scared of what could happen? Oh yeah, it's because you are related to the motherfuckers that go through the doors. You're related to the motherfuckers who are in the back seats. Scary world we live in. Being alive is so weird, because why did I wake up this morning, realize it was March 14th, and be like, oh wow, hey, that's the anniversary of me and my first boyfriend ever being together. Today would have been 8 years we would have been together. Weird. My math wrong. 12 years, because I'm a fucking moron. I just got back from our friend Dan's
42nd birthday, I'm friends with a 42-year-old. Isn't that weird? No, it's not. Because my friend Jack is in his 40s, and I didn't know that until, like, last year. Funnest fucking night I think I've had in a minute. Met so many wonderful people. I love how serendipitous my life constantly feels. I love that I listen to whatever it is I'm supposed to be listening to, and I follow the path of least resistance, and it really does guide me to such wonderful adventures and such wonderful experiences with such wonderful people. I feel so blessed to live the life that I do and get to do the things that I get to do. I'm really excited for it to grow, or I'm really excited to grow and for these experiences to shape me into the person that I want to be for the rest of my life. I'm excited to be a cool ass fucking old person, being like, back in my day I was doing cocaine in the bathroom of a collective of weird freaky artists. Cause it's like, who doesn't want to fucking say that? Who doesn't want to live that? I'm doing illegal things at the current moment and have been for the last 8 hours. Things are good, I'm happy, and tonight was a good fucking night.
Mostly hitting record right now because my hair looks fucking awesome. Toss. Yeah, ladies. Look at that. Good stuff. I love having big hair. I haven't gone to any hardcore or metal shows in Michigan, which that's usually where I primarily like hang out and do things. It was a lot of fun. The first person that was on was a lady-fronted hardcore band called Self-Absorbed, and the bitch had half and half pink and black hair, and she was throwing ass on the stage while she was playing guitar. I'm like, sold. Enough said. There's white dudes wearing skirts. As soon as I got there, I wore my Gur hoodie, because, you know, it's the one piece of valor that I do have, and that I do wear responsibly. And I got over there, and I am damn near 26 years old. And sometimes I'm like, 26 is young. 26 is so young. I'm still hip and young and with the people. And then I hang out with 21-year-olds. And then I meet 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds. And I'm like, oh, wait, no. It's been damn near a decade since I've been in high school. You got out of high school a couple years ago. Right. Nothing wrong with it. Love them to death. I think it's an important part of any community to engage and take in the young people around you, because how else are they going to learn how to be older people, if not by example? I love going to shows like this because all the girls are always either wearing like shit that's making you be like, I'm just wearing a t-shirt and jeans, or they're wearing an outfit that at least took them an hour and a half to pick out. And I love either one. I love the dichotomy of scenes like this. And we're outside, we're smoking a cigarette before we walk into the venue, and we meet up with our friends, which our friends didn't know that I was coming, which that was a good surprise. But we're talking, we're smoking a cigarette, all is well. There's this very loud, blue-haired femme, like, across the ways from us. And I just hear, like, people from Ohio. And I know better. I know not to engage, because that's not what I'm doing. I mean, I'm an adult. I don't engage with things like that, because I'm a more direct conversationalist. Anyway, so I hear it. I acknowledge it. I'm like, okay, cool. I know that that's probably going to make its way over here to the Ohio people, which is me. She turns around, gets real small. Kind of just like, can I talk to you? I'm like, sure. Girls having a great time, regardless. She says something. She says that I look cool. I say that she looks cool. And then as soon as I say that, 2 more people appear. 2 more show up out of nowhere. Someone named Danny and... oh, I forget what the other person's name is. I want to say that we introduced each other, but I may forget. I'm bad at names. Me and Danny introduced each other. Danny, I think, is a little drunk. No worries, though. We keep talking. Everyone's having a good conversation. The young people talk a lot. They talk a lot. They talk a fucking lot. We go inside. Danny pays for my ticket, which I really, really appreciate. Shout out, Danny. Go in. Venue is an old frat house, so you can imagine the vibe of that place. You go upstairs, you go to the right. You're in the big, like, main area. The show's going on. Whole lot of fun. Very 90s in its feeling. I have a video, and I'll probably add a little bit of ambiance. smoked some weed outside during the in-between of one of the bands, after the pink-haired Self-Absorbed band went on. We went outside, smoked some weed, came back inside. I understand stoner metal a little bit more now. Like, I used to listen to Sleep, and I used to listen to, like, Doom and shit, so I'm understanding of, like, that genre of music, but I also understood that it was just very, like, I kind of wanted to, like, beat my head against a brick wall kind of feeling, which is cool if you like that, but it's not really my thing on a regular basis. But this time, I know they weren't like a sleep metal band or anything like that. I think they were just like a regular grunge, and I liked it a lot. I almost fell down because I was just like nodding off, basically. It was fun. I met someone named Addison. She was a little cutie with a lot of piercings and some baby bangs, and she got separated from her friends. I think she showed up to the show alone. And she was like, "Can I stand with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can, because you're always allowed to stand by me as long as you're not being fucking awful." And so we get to talking. She's only like 19, and Gip and Gab outside. I let her smoke some of my weed. We go inside. We hang out and watch the last band. We come back outside. We smoke a cigarette. I talk with my friends. We are like, well, we're gonna go get food. We go get food. We go walk to the car. She's walking with us. I was like, "What are you doing after this?" She's like, "Nothing, probably just gonna go home, get some Taco Bell." So I'm like, "You wanna come with us to get food?" And she says, "Sure." And so we go half an hour out of the way to go get food, and I found out it's her birthday. So we're with her on her birthday, on her 20th birthday, at this Thai restaurant. It's me, my fiance, someone we met named Evan, our friends Ophelia and Zach, Zach's partner, and I think one of Zach's partner's friends. I think Zach's partner's name is Candice or Candice, something like that. Something with a C and an ace in there. It was just one of those nights that you definitely remember, and it was nice to be able to engage with someone on their birthday, like in kind of like a very serendipitous thing. 'Cause, like, I don't know if she's gonna think about this, years from now. But all I know is that when I was 19 and I was hanging out with people, all I wanted was for them to bring me along and for me to be involved and to feel like I was important in the people that I was meeting. And we got home around 2 o'clock, smoked a shit ton of weed, and went to bed. And now we're about to go to another rave tonight with the same people, I think. Life is good. Life is well. And life's what you make it. So let's make it rock.
I love being Mexican, but today I finally hit that place, and I think it's because I'm rounding up on being 26, where I was talking and I was eating Tapatio flavored chips, and I said that, but I said cheeps, and this moment just came a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. I remember being 9 so profoundly, and it being such a vivid part of where I felt like I was going to, like, place stake in my perspective of the rest of the world and the rest of the way that I live my life. Like, for some reason, I was like, right now, I just know all the things I can ever know. And anytime I think back on, like, my life and, like, what I thought my life would be, it's always from that perspective, and it's like, what did she know? Oh, I love that cat. I love that cat so much.